That was even different because your dad was a pastor.
Right.
My dad was an evangelist.
And I remember when we first started talking about getting married, the question about whether you were going to pastor or evangelize was a real issue, because my heart, of course, I was a pastor's daughter. I had seen pastoring, and I knew what it meant to pastor, and you knew what it meant to evangelize. And sometimes those differences, and you wouldn't think about it. It'd be like, nah, that's not going to be a problem. And sometimes it causes you to have moments of discussion.
Because you grew up in the security of living in a parsonage.
Right.
I grew up on a tour bus.
Yeah.
I never went to the same church 2 Sundays in a row.
And my dad stayed at churches. If you look at what my dad did, we ended up at Statesville, which is now the Landmark Church of God, which I dearly loved that church. It was 5th Street then. We stayed there 10 years. When we first moved to Kannapolis, before we were at Statesville, we were there 7 years. I mean, my dad was one of those pastors that he'd get to a church and he would stay. He would plant roots, so to speak.
And when my dad started pastoring, he started pastoring actually after I did.
Right.
He came off the road and he started pastoring. And he was at his first church for about 15 years.
Right.
And only pastored 2 churches. And the second one, he was there for 30 years until he retired. And he's still there as pastor emeritus. But the difference was, again, I grew up on a tour bus. You grew up in a parsonage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was totally different.